What's good, y'all? In an interview this week, Gervonta Davis has claimed that he is the current face of boxing. And I think that's interesting because if you look at Gervonta Tank Davis and you look at his fights, he does pack out the crowd and he has celebrities all in his crowd like LeBron James, Madonna, like people like that, like billionaires and stuff. Well, millionaires, billionaires. You know what I mean? Like he brings out the crowd. And I think that like in America, he is like starting to become like the biggest revenue generator and all that. But me personally, I just gotta disagree with Tank, because like I have the same stance as everybody else. It's just the resume isn't there. You know what I mean? Like he's fought some good competition, like Leo Santa Cruz, uh, Pitbull. He got some good fights under his belt. But like to be the face of boxing, you know what I mean? I just don't think that's enough. And I'm not sure if you really want to be the face of this era of boxing, man, because there's a lot of ducking going on. And even the casual fans know that the best don't really fight the best. You know what I mean? So I don't think Tank wants to be the face of that. And I do think Tank kind of swerved a couple fighters. You know what I mean? Not as much as Ryan Garcia, but he got some names that I feel like he swerved and swerving, like Devin Haney. You know what I mean? Shakur Stevenson, I don't think he'll fight him either. But there's some top fights out there that he could have made already that he didn't fight. You know what I mean? But Tank Davis, he's on a good trajectory. He could be the face of boxing in a few years. I was reading the article where I got the topic from. He said that Tank needs wins over. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. It says Tank. He says Tank needs wins over Haney, Ryan, Shakur, Frank Martin, Vasily Lomachenko, Regis Prograis, Teofimo Lopez, and Richardson Hitchens. If he's finna fight Ryan Garcia right now. He's favored to knock him out. I think that he doesn't have to fight all of these names. That's 8 huge fights. You know what I mean? If Tank was able to win all of these fights on his resume, he might be a ATG, a all-time great, like top 50 all time. But in order for him to be the face of boxing, in my opinion, like he just got to do the right thing after this Ryan Garcia fight. This where he's gonna get like a big he gonna get like a rise in stardom, especially if he knocks out Garcia. I'm feeling that move or whatever. But he got to start clearing up some of these names that he's been avoiding. You know what I mean? If he goes after the Ryan fight and he goes and he used to knock out Devin Haney as well, you know what I mean? Now you got all the fans showing up to your fights like he been have, and now you a undisputed champion in the undisputed era where where a lot of fighters are going for undisputed. I think after those two fights, you know what I mean? If he does it in a great fashion, I think he could go on from right there to be the face of boxing, in my opinion, because he got the fans and he got the belts. He just got to just beef up the resume a little bit. All of those 8 names I disagree with, but you just got to keep the fans on their toes. Like every fight that you fight, we have to look at the other fighter and be like, he's got somewhat of a chance. That's all that I'm saying. Like Floyd has like, see, me growing up in the Floyd era, I didn't know about rehydration and all that when I was, you know, in middle school and all that. So like every time Floyd announced the fight or whatever, like I'm like, damn, like he fighting somebody good. I gotta watch that. You know what I mean? Like I say, out of all the Tank's 29 fights, I can say that a good 3 to 5 of them where I could say, okay, this guy may have a shot to win. You know what I mean? Have somewhat of a shot to win. And I just think that going forward, I think that Tank's 28 years old. He's just getting into his prime. This is where he can become the face of boxing. With the choices that he makes within these next couple years, and he got to stay out of trouble on the streets. But right now, I would say no, Tank's not the face of boxing. And he's got a right to feel like that because he's the star. He's got the bag, you know. He's living life unlimited. I can see why he feel like he's the face of boxing, but I just think that he's just too young right now and hasn't done enough to really be in that conversation. Like Canelo sells the most tickets, so I kind of agree he kind of is the face of boxing a little bit, but he does do a lot of ducking. And I feel like he is like, I don't say he do the most ducking, but Canelo does kind of symbol what's going on out here, like with the ducking and everything. And Tank shouldn't want to be the face of that. After you become an undisputed champion, then I feel like Tank can take that over. You know what I mean? Because he's right. In the article, that was one of the points that Tank made. He said that Canelo's on the way out. You know what I mean? He said, I'm bigger than Canelo. Canelo on his way out. He said, if we being real, I think I'm the face of boxing already. I think Canelo is going out of the door. Canelo is probably the one, but he's going out the door. And Canelo, he's like a prime age, but he kind of is. But Tank is not the face of boxing right now.